7 right here on We All Women Radio WFM 91.7. How are you today? How was the weekend? How is everything? I mean, everyone around you. I hope you're good. In fact, you had a long weekend. So I should not even be asking how's your weekend. It's you that should be asking me. Rose, how's your weekend? Because I heard your voice Thursday, Friday, even Saturday morning. Say, you should be the one asking me. But any which way, though, I hope you're good. I hope you rested well. I hope you celebrated the Eid al-Fitr very well, all right, with the little that you had. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about the sacrifice of, the fast, and all you had to give up just to seek the face of Allah. And I'm hoping and I'm praying with you that all of our prayers will be answered, and we will see a better you, we'll see a better community, and we'll get to experience a better Nigeria, because the things that are happening there. Hey, anyway, and that's why we're here to talk about these things, to keep drawing the government's attention to them, to keep, lending our voice to a lot of these issues, so that we'll get to see the change. Because you know what they say now, a closed mouth is a what? A closed destiny. And we don't want the destiny of Nigeria to be closed. So we got to keep talking. We got to keep talking. All right, you're tuned into Women Radio WFM 91.7. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaisar. Yes, I know. Don't worry. Olufumi J, you know that birthday that she has been disturbing our ears since 1st of March about. Yeah. Yesterday evening, she celebrated it and we were there to support her. And at 11 p.m. yesterday, Rose, I said, don't worry. Don't worry. I don't even expect you to be here this morning. Don't worry. Because no, she had fun yesterday. We're happy for her. A lot of people. It's not easy to reach 40. Not at all. So we were definitely happy for her, and we were there to celebrate her. And wish her a happy birthday. So yesterday was her birthday, and all of the celebrations went down. All right. So I just thought, don't worry. I got you. Myself and Emmanuel got you today. So tomorrow when she comes on, do what to wish her a happy birthday. If not, now you and Fumi go finish them. All right. So yes, of course, you're welcome to the Daily News Review right here on Women Radio WFM 91.7. This is where we get to review the dailies, and of course, we get to go through some specific headlines, that has taken our attention, and of course, we keep talking about all of these things. So do well to be a part of it. Send us WhatsApp messages, text messages for now before we get to open up the phone lines, and don't forget we're live on YouTube at WFM 917. All right, you'll get to see me this morning, and you'll get to see Manuel too. Manuel will be joining me shortly as our analyst for today. All right, so yes, of course, the number to send your messages to me this morning are 07000. No, that's for call. Is 07031756537. Yes. So do what to use that number. Send me your text message, your WhatsApp messages, 07031756537, or 0807 no 081. No, let me be sure right now, because I don't go do party yesterday. I don't forget the number. 08155 917 917. 08155 917 917. So those are the numbers. Feel free to send us WhatsApp messages and we'll definitely get them. Okay, without further ado, let's head on to take up some of the headlines this morning. And of course, we'll definitely get to hear from you. So let's go through the headlines. All right, so starting up with the very first one we have this morning. Okay, now starting up with the Punch, it says federal government to scrap common entrance and track students' journey with identification number. Sometimes it just feels as if the Ministry of Education will just sit down and look at it very well and they just look for what to shake. I remember when common entrance was one exam that they were using to just shake us. But at the end of the day, you write common entrance finish, and then you go to the school after getting your result. You go to the school and you still have to write an entrance examination. Okay, so is that not making it double? So it's as good as saying, oh, you write jam, after jam you still go do post UME. You go to the school and they'll still tell you, the one that jam said is fine, but we'll still go and give you another test to write. So a lot of times, you just get to waiting with the use of the common entrance. Why we write them in the first place? If after then, you could go. So let's see how this gets to unfold. Identification number, for students to track their. In fact, everybody's supposed to have a number that they can track all your life activities, at least from security point of view. If not for anything, let us even have it because of Data. Yeah, let's even have because of data. But I mean, identification number. After you get this identification number, they reach one end now, you go say let them go and do NIN. When they reach one end now, you go say let them go and do BVN. When they reach one end now, you will say go and get driver's license. And each of these, cards have different numbers. Only one person will come they work out with 6, 10 numbers. Kilo, let us be doing well. All right, heading on to another one on the punch. Ocean local government crisis. APC and Labour clash over planned protests. Again. All right, so the Guardian newspaper this morning, employment row rocks Rivers LGA. Employment row rocks Rivers LGA. As chairman, protesters trade blame over unpaid salaries. In 2026, we're still talking about unpaid salaries. Unpaid. Okay, I'll just let that sink in. All right, so more the waka they go. Still on the Guardian newspaper, UAD petitions EFCC and demands investigation of seven National Assembly member. Yeah. All right, on this day newspaper, Hashim flags off 22 million water project, commissioned solar powered borehole in FCT. Solar powered borehole, 22 million naira water project. All right. Soludo backs Tinubu's re-election in 2027, says ABGA won't field presidential candidates. Are you people seeing what I'm seeing? Are you people hearing what I'm hearing? How many people remain for PDP now? Everybody now don't want to enter APC or enter another place where they know say, something day for me, something day for me. So it's more like if you're not supporting Tinubu before the 2027, you're highly on your own. So who wants to lose? Because at the end of the day, for all we know, Soludo might just be looking for, getting into maybe the Senate after his tenure. So I mean, there's just something that somebody wants to gain. Okay. Or anyway, let's just move on. So that's on this day newspaper. Let's head on to Daily Trust. On Daily Trust this morning, Tinubu, we won't allow insecurity overshadow our efforts. We won't allow insecurity overshadow our efforts, says Tinubu. All right. Let's see. Because sometimes, when you look at what is happening as a result of the insecurity, we no go want to see any other thing again. What the government do, we no go, because at the end of the day, with insecurity, it's like they don't keep us from one place. We cannot move forward, we cannot move backward. And with that, you can't see any other development happening around. So maybe this is what's going on. But even at that gone safe, you still have a lot of people who argue that what are the other efforts that are bringing the average Nigerian out of poverty? What are the other efforts that is telling the woman who is roasting bully or who is roasting corn by the road that yes, so fuel is okay, you can go ahead and do your normal business, your children can attend school safely, your children can go to work and come back safely, the roads are good, and all of that. So I mean, yeah, that could be a lot, but hey, still on Daily Trust, gunmen abduct worshippers during church service in Kwara. Hmm. As much as we don't like it, as much as we hate it, it has become like a norm that you see it on the news and you just scroll past it, like yeah, now normal thing where they happen. Is no, it has become that bad, and it's like, oh, that's happened again, and you just move on, and it's just more like, and it's just no, but it has now become our sad reality. It has become, I don't know, it's just a lot. It's a Monday morning. Yeah, it's a Monday morning. Okay, heading on to the Vanguard newspaper. Tinubu rallies governors on security and vows increase foreign supports. Okay, let's see if this will yield something, because when you vow increase foreign supports, putting the government together, that's a good move. At least we're seeing that you are really keen on, fighting this insecurity and stopping it. When this foreign support come in, there are a lot of things that will definitely go on the ground. And I hope that this is not just because, elections are just by the corner and you look for something to hinge on. So that's because, politicians can just do and undo. Okay, still on the vanguard, a bad civilian government is more difficult to remove than a bad military government, Bola Abdullahi, ADC spokesperson, says. Heading on to Premium Times, APC sets date for aspirant screening ahead of national convention. Another one says Delta mass rape. Police confirm arrest of 15 suspects. Now, this is about the issue in Ozoro community in Delta State. This one fear me. If I tell you, say no fear me, if fear me. We'll talk about it and we'll also talk about it on her lens this morning because, tell me why. Anyway, on the Nation newspaper, APC fixes March 24 for screening of national office aspirants ahead of convention. I just hope that, they will sit down and really screen and scrutinize national office aspirants. I just hope they will do so. So it's not a matter of, how we usually see in the National Assembly, you can bow and go. Just bow and go. Don't worry, we know you now. It's not you. Just bow and go. Or maybe the person that brings the most. Maybe for my mouth to go here, Russia. Oh yeah, on the Nation newspaper, Oyo 2027, marking days adversary council engages PDP aspirants ahead of primaries. Now, election now we're going to hear because it's just less than a year to the election time, and a lot of campaigns will definitely begin by mid this year or towards the end of this year. You see a lot of campaigns. In fact, we're already seeing subtle campaigns going on here and there. So why not? All right, so let's head on to the cable newspaper. 60 injured, 60 injured, house damage in Calabar gas expulsion. This is really sad. Heading on to the next one. Tinubu condemns assault of young women during festival in Delta. Of course, a lot of people have come out to condemn this. NAPTIP, what do you call it? FIDA has come out to condemn it. A lot of women bodies have come out to condemn it. And of course, it's not something that we can also condone. We can also condone right here on Women Radio. All right. So let's just go ahead and look at, because we'll be looking at a bit of this too later. Daily Post return. Rebuild PDP. Natasha urges defectors. Now, AGP summons Lagos Task Force chairman over alleged misconduct. Okay, so that's coming from the Daily Post. Let's head on to the Tribune. OPL 245, fresh lawsuit exposes Tinubu-led government propaganda, says Atiku. Now, Ukawu community raises alarm over alleged plot to frustrate murder trial in Ebonyi. Let's head on to the next one. Let's head on to the pen pushing newspaper. Now, the pen pushing, court sets free traditional ruler of Agbado Oba Sogbulu. I hope I got that right. Shogbulu of cybercrime allegation. And then the last one says, I am Emilio Khan, governor of Ogun State in 2027, says Boyega Isiaka. So, well, maybe Emmanuel will come and help us with this particular Emiloko. What does that even mean, say, first of all? Okay, I'm usually hearing this, but let's even get to understand what it means. I am Emiloko, governor of Ogun State in 2027, says where guys. Anyway, let Emmanuel come first. We'll get to go through this. All right, it is about 7:45 right here on Women Radio FM 91.7. My name is Rose, and this is a daily news review. Where we go through different headlines. We get to give you the headlines from different dailies, and then of course you can have a full read of it if anyone picks your interest. Maybe catch online, or maybe even a physical paper. So that you would be able to go through what we have. Giving you this morning. Yes, this is still the Full Breakfast Show, and this is where we get to tell you all that is happening, from different places right here on Women Radio. All right, so do you want to send us WhatsApp messages, text messages to 070 317 56537 or 08155 All right. Don't forget we're live on YouTube, so please do well to watch us live, and of course, also share the link and let us know your thoughts on any of the headlines this morning. All right, so let's go ahead and talk to our analyst this morning. Emmanuel, good morning. How are you?
Okay,
How's
let
the
me
week?
ask you now. I
Our
was
was
running right
right. It's not
because
funny. Your
yeah,
health.
how
How
are
are
you?
you? How's the weekend?
Well, the weekend was good. Thank God, and we are back to another beautiful week.
Hmm.
Anytime you have the weekend, it seems to be a very fast one, but I think we should just appreciate God for the gift of life, sound mind, and sound health. But the weekend was good, and let me just use this medium to wish my very good G and friend, for me, Bangala, happy 40th birthday. I just looked at her and I'm like, oh, this baby's old. I looked at her, I'm like, oh, Miss old. She should stop behaving like a young girl. But I
Yeah,
wish her all the good things of life and happiness.
that lady has so much energy for somebody who is 40. She has so much energy. I
I
don't
think
know.
I think it's in the blood. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just have to know it's in the blood. There's a calm man, and there's a woman that actually passed on her gene to her children. And
Mm.
it's good because it shows that they are active. Not everybody has to be calm. There has to be a way that everything is complemented. A calm person, the other one is not calm. That is complementary. And then that is what makes the world tick and makes everything go around. So basically, I think we just have to celebrate her. She's been wonderful, and wish her all the best in life.
Yeah, we do. We do wish her all the best. All right. So, yes, that's Emmanuel joining us this morning. And of course, we are right here on the daily news review. Okay. So, we'll just go ahead and go through some of the news. Before then, Emmanuel, I just want to borrow your brain on the visits of the president. What do think of the visits to the UK and the whole ceremony that went around it? And we also saw a lot of governors, a lot of ministers who left here to go to UK to welcome the president, and then from there, some of them followed him back to Lagos here, to do the Eid al-Fitr. So, what do you think about the whole scenario there?
Well, I think president on his own went on behalf of, what was it called, on the invitation of the king, and he went there based on invitation from the crown, which is actually a very good one. It was meant to be a state visit, and on the side of the 2 day state visit, there were meant to be some things that would come in as a plus for Nigerian government. But the only one we are talking about is just the Lagos Port financing deal. I think about 746 million pounds financial agreement with UK Export Finance and the Lagos Port Complex and Tinker Island Port, which was aimed to boost trading capacity. And well, I've not actually studied the deal to see how the deal will run, so I will just not go deep into that. But if it's a good deal in the long run, I think it's a welcome development. But apart from that, what we just saw was a high-level diplomatic reception, which is good because it puts the image of the country in a light and in a good way. And we saw economic diplomacy and investment when he met Prime Minister Kai Starmer at 10 Downing Street to have a conversation. Details of that, which is not fully known to us. But apart from that, I don't see any other thing that took place. But my critique of the visit was the cost and size of delegation.
Hmm.
I saw people line up as if there was no job in Nigeria. I saw state governors abandon their state functions as if there was no work in Nigeria for them. And this is just part of what we see. I'm not speaking to those who had the function to do there.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking to those who had nothing to do and were there. It was as if the whole cabinet was empty to be in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just my concern. And if you look at this trip was financed by states, federal, some ministries, and all to be there. This is a collective Nigerian money being spent on people who were just jostling to be there to welcome the president. I'm very sure the president, based on his own order and or had his own delegates, the people he was to go with. Some people just found their way there. What Yoruba called carry me, I will be there. At a time when Nigerians are battling high cost of energy. When I mean high cost of energy, to be clear, I mean fuel and electricity. Because I don't even know whether the Ministry of Power now has power to power itself. I don't know. When Nigerians should be finding solutions to how to make the economy stable. Don't forget, we had 3 bombings in Maiduguri, a night to the travel. Some criticize the president, he could have stayed back. I'm like, no, there was an official engagement, he had to go. He has committed to it. But there were people who could have gone to Maiduguri to do things there. Ask all these state governors that went there, what is the result of the deal they went to, they brought them? Ask them. Ask them, what is the result? What is the deal they brought to their state? Maybe apart from Sanwo-Olu, that the deal is coming to Lagos ports and we form part of broader development for Lagos. Ask Akwa Ibom State Governor. Is there no port in that is close to Akwa Ibom that they could be lobbying to develop? Ask them what is the deal. Ask Peter Umba, Enugu State Governor that was there, what is the deal? I just mentioned a few names. What did they bring back? I think we need to stop enough of this gallivanting and moving around and not bringing anything in for the people of the country.
You get.
The president was invited. It is on him to honor the invitation, which I'm glad he did. He honored the invitation. He was given a grand reception. He met with UK Prime Minister, official visit, state visit. Everything went smoothly. But I'm just concerned about the size of the delegation. Must we always go and line up on the streets as if our colonial master is coming back? You know, when I watch clips of when colonial masters were coming back, were coming to the country back then, when I look at those old clips, we still have the mentality of lining up on the street to welcome them. We are ruling ourselves, but we still have the colonial mentality in us. So a good one for the president, but for all those entourage, all those people that went and lined up, and I saw almost all the old cabinet there, and I asked, I think maybe I've seen activities of the Minister for Women Affairs, meeting UK Parliament, discussing she initiatives and other things. But I'm looking at other ministers that were there. What have I seen? Minister for Trade, Minister for Art and Tourism, or what is Musawa? I'm struggling to see what have I seen discuss. What have I seen? I've not seen activities. The only activities I just see them, some of them meeting Nigerian communities. I'm like, meeting Nigerian communities for what? You had a stage on the international scene. What I'm expecting is Tinubu has met Prime Minister. You has met the King. I'm expecting the minister to have even planned ahead. Oh, all the governors, I'm going to be in the UK with the president this time. They should have reached out to different contemporaries to meet in the kingdom, to have a side chat with. So you look at the cost of the travel. For the president, it was worth it. He came back to celebrate the Eid after 2 days. But for some of these political officers that went there, I think it wasn't worth it for them. It's just like normal trip. Let's show you back or carry me. They should see me. And I saw all of them lining up as Bent was coming. And I'm like, is there nobody left in the house except for Nigerian citizens? Where are the leaders? That's just the irony of it.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, man. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that because I mean, when I saw the lineup of people, I'm like, so all these people like this gathered themselves, left Nigeria, went to welcome the president in another country. So the people that are that they've not been watching this or for the past 10, 15 years, probably this did not happen. The last time it happened, it wasn't like this. Or how did we even get in the first place? And the armies are great. And we could see this, go through because that's another thing. Now, this has not been, you know, a lot of people look at your gender like, this gender, now don't start, me, don't start. But it goes beyond the issue of gender. We're looking at traditions and cultural things for woman. These things are made by man, and it's actually not made by man. So why are we supporting on people to benefit anybody?
Well, number one thing I would say is, see, uh, we've trained up the girl child that we've abandoned the boy child,
Yeah, that one day.
and there cannot be a community that will protect men and women if the boy child has not been trained, because the boy child becomes the man. What we saw in Osoro over the weekend was a very sad one, because I saw people who ought to be protectors of girls harassing and molesting girls. And I saw that they were happy doing it. See, they are saying that the fertility stuff is a festival. When cultural norms are not passed down in the right way, it becomes this. When cultural norms seems to carry a kind of fear on people, this is what it turns out to be. Was all this